I just wanted to pop in here to talk to you about why I love teaching English here and what's so great about our syllabus. We have an amazing array of books, poems and plays that we teach you across years 7 and 8, all focused on getting you engaged and loving learning. We look at myths and monstrous poetry, we look at Sherlock Holmes, Coraline, and of course the compulsory Shakespeare is on there as well. As we move up into the higher years, we look more at the GCSE syllabus and prep you towards those final exams, but hopefully our years that we have in year 7 and 8 have already got you prepared for that and already got you invested in a love of learning with some amazing books. We really look forward to seeing you in September.
Hi, I'm Miss Johnson and I'm an English teacher here at the King John School. I love teaching English here at King John because it's so much more than just reading or writing. We get to delve into a whole range of different subjects like history, sociology and really importantly PSHE. I see my English classroom and every other English classroom at King John as a safe space where we can discuss and debate really important topics, especially current affairs that are going on right now. For example, we study a whole range of literature texts and we get to look at the historical context of those texts as well. We get to see what life was like back then and compare it to what life is like now. I really enjoy those discussions that I have in the classrooms from year 7 to year 11. I think they're really important and they really help with you understanding that text and getting those ideas into your creative writing. Really importantly, we're always changing our curriculum to keep it relevant, keep it up to date with current affairs. So hopefully there's something in there that everyone will enjoy. I can't wait to see you in September.
Hi and welcome to the King John School and welcome to the King John School Maths Department. My name is Mr McHugh and I'm the Head of Maths here. So I'm here today to talk to you about the maths curriculum, the way in which we teach it to the students here at King John, also the skills that the students will develop over the 5 or 7 years that they're here for studying maths, and also where those maths qualifications could take them after King John and beyond. So first of all, when students join us in year 7, they've all come from a range of different primary schools with a range of different experiences of maths. So what we find is the best way to settle them into maths is to start off with a project. And the project is into or investigating one of probably the world's most famous mathematicians, which is Pythagoras. So we know that this isn't any maths that the students are likely to have encountered at Key Stage 2, so they're all on a level playing field. And also more so, it's not just about the maths that Pythagoras discovered, but it's also Pythagoras the person as well. So this is a project for the year 7s to get their teeth into, and really is, kind of moves away from perhaps the more standard and traditional maths lessons that they might be expecting when they come in. So it's nice to give them a bit of a surprise, we find, when students join us in year 7. After that then, however, what we then teach is we follow the national curriculum and we teach maths in a spiraled styled curriculum whereby students will revisit topics every so often, every 6 months, every year, and each time they revisit those topics they are then revisited and extended, and what we find is this helps to cement some of those ideas that they previously learned and really kind of help with the maths fluency and the recall skills that they would require for completing their maths GCSEs. Obviously after GCSE maths we have a very successful, very popular A-level maths programme here as well, which should the students wish to look into, they can do. In terms of the skills that the students will learn over the 5 or 7 years they're here, they'll certainly learn to develop their resilience. Maths is certainly not something that you can master first time, so the ability to keep going and be resilient at it is definitely a skill that we develop here. Problem solving skills, with the nature of the more challenging GCSEs, there's a lot more problem solving tasks now in the GCSEs. So certainly problem solving skills is something that we're very keen on nurturing. Number handling, obviously, and we also like to kind of delve into, not that it's really taught on the GCSE, but students looking at data and the presentation of data and the validity of the data with which they are presented. Obviously with things that you hear about in the media, fake news and things like that, looking at statistics that they read and see and hear on the news or newspapers, and rather than just taking that at face value and stock value, just actually thinking about that for a second and thinking about, well, what might be the motives, or is this data entirely accurate, or what's the source of this data? And as I say, this is certainly not something that's officially taught the GCSE or would be on a GCSE paper or an A-level paper, but we feel that this is really important to make our students at King John kind of global citizens. As well, we do delve into aspects of finance so that students can make financially mature decisions when they become adults. And also as well the dangers with which maths and statistics and various numbers can play. So things such as gambling, for example, and the dangers of gambling and where that might lead, and how again stats and numbers can be misleading and can get some people into some difficulty. In terms of A-level, as I say, very, very popular here, and once you've studied the A-level, either A-level maths or A-level further maths, you would then have the option to apply to university through the UCAS scheme to continue to study maths at higher education or any kind of maths related subjects. It doesn't have to be maths. With the maths A-levels, could be engineering, could be architecture, could be a whole host of different degrees that you might like to go into. In terms of the support that we offer the students, so we regularly assess the students, not really to always generate a grade or a number, but really just to see any gaps in the students' learning and the students' knowledge. And we will then, as the individual teachers, take that and offer some sort of support to those students, whether it be some of our stretch classes or some of our morning sessions or some of our walking, talking mocks. As well as that, we have an excellent home learning package called Hegarty Maths, which complements what the students are learning within their actual lesson. This can be done at home, and the students can access a whole plethora of videos of mathematicians talking about particular problems and then have a go at those problems themselves. So we really do like to support the students, and we really do like to figure out with the student what some of their strengths are in maths and also what some of the areas to develop are in maths, and we'll work together with our students to make sure that they can achieve the best possible outcomes.
Welcome to one of our science labs here at the King John School. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the curriculum that we do in Year 7. We've got a really wide curriculum across the whole of Key Stage 3, 4 and 5. But I'm going to tell you a bit about what we learn in Year 7. So you're going to study biology, chemistry and physics, and you do one topic for each science in the first term, in the first half of the year really, and another topic in the second half of the year for each of the 3 sciences. So in biology, you learn about cells and a bit about diseases in term 1, and in the second half of the year, you learn about reproduction. For chemistry, you learn about particles and then about reactivity and some of the reactions that go on in the world around us. For physics, you learn a bit about forces and then you get an introduction to waves in the second half of the year. So let's go on now and go round to one of the other science labs and talk to Miss King.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss King and I'm one of the other science teachers here at the King John School, and you may see me if you join. As you can see, I'm in one of the other labs in the King John School, and when you get here we are very excited for you to be using some of our fabulous resources that will enable you to explore science. You get to learn biology, physics and chemistry while you're here, and each subject allows us to explore different practicals and different aspects of science. We look forward to seeing you when you arrive and hope you've enjoyed our virtual tour of science.